This review is long overdue. Somehow I have been anticipating on bringing this review to you guys for 2 months now. But today I am here and I am going to be reviewing the RIU OCHO RIOS in Jamaica. I am going to be telling you about the good, the bad, the ugly, just everything about this place. Grab your drinks and I will be back right after this. So over the summer, my family and I went to the RIU OCHO RIOS, Jamaica. It was a big group, over 30 people, and we stayed there for quite a while. Long enough to give you guys my honest review. I was there for 11 days. So I am going to be telling you everything about the good, the bad, the ugly, the fun times, and everything. Before you book your next trip to the RIU in Ocho Rios, Jamaica, make sure you watch this video because I am going to be giving you guys all the scoop, okay? And also guys, I am a travel agent, so I am also going to be reviewing from a travel agent's, in my, perspective, RIU OCHO RIOS. So I do have a list here. I do not want to miss anything. So I will be looking down from time to time to go over everything. Now, before I go through the list, let me just say this. I happen to stay at the RIU in Costa Rica, the RIU Guanacaste. And when I stayed there, my experience was awesome. I really love it there. And based off that location, that's how I was able to book the RIU OCHO RIOS, Jamaica. Ocho Rios, Jamaica, RIU is family oriented. It's for families because they do have a couple of RIUs spread out in Jamaica. So this one is for families only. They also have, RIU Montego Bay, which is adults only. And they have, like I said, a couple of other locations. But anyways, let's get into the review. So I do have 7 things that I want to talk about because I feel like these 7 things are really important to me, at least. Please keep in mind that everybody have different experiences. It all depends on the time you're going, the staff, just whatever it is. So my experience might not be the same experience that you had when you went there. To each his own, but things varies. Number 1, the first thing I want to talk about is the staffs. The first people you get to see when you travel any resorts will be the staff, right? So the interaction from the staff is very important because they are the first people that you are going to come in contact with when you travel anywhere. So my first impression, the staffs at the front desk, mostly the females, they are not friendly, they are very rude, and they are very unprofessional. No smiles on their faces, no welcoming. Their approach is just awful. They were very mean. If I was the manager at RIU OCHO RIOS, I will be firing a lot of people. I was very disappointed because their experience was terrible. While I was there, I had a couple of problems because, like I said, I was a travel agent and a couple of my clients or family members had some situations with their rooms. And, a lot of things that I am not going to go deep into details because I'm still waiting on this issue to be resolved. So I'm not going to go deep, into details. But anyways, their approach to the situation was terrible. I had this one staff who told me, well, if you know that you're going to be traveling with kids, why get this room? She should not have gotten this room because she is traveling. Like, who are you to tell someone which room, what to get, X, Y, and Z? So I think they really need to work with the front desk staffs. They are very unwelcoming, very unprofessional, very rude, whatever it is. So if someone is watching this video from the RIU, just know that I said it. And not only that I said it, but I am one of the people who bring customers to you guys. I book vacations for people. So I think this needs to be looked at and taken into consideration. So now this was only pertaining to the front desk, guest services, okay? Now, I will talk about the other staffs later on. Let's go to the second part. Number 2 is the cleanliness of the Rio Ocho Rios. The resort itself is very clean. They keep it very clean. I observed a couple of times, with staff walking around, wiping tables down, wiping door handles. They work very hard to keep it clean. You will be at a clean place. So rest assured that, they are very clean there. They do a lot with their cleaning. The staffs really goes above and beyond. They literally work 24/7. Like early in the morning, you get up, you will see people cleaning. In the evening, you are going to see people cleaning. They clean all day. So that's a plus. They're very clean. Number 3, let's go to the entertainment of this property. Let's go to the entertainment / nightlife of the Rio Ocho Rios. Okay, so if you are someone who really loves to do a lot of things, I'm not talking about excursions. I'm only referring to on the property itself. They have 24/7 entertainment, and Rio franchise, the entire Rio, I think a lot of the properties are known for entertainment. And the one in Ocho Rios is really good when it comes to entertainment. They had so much going on that every time you turn around, there's something. The all-white party, the pool party, the nightclub, Michael Jackson night. They're having plays. There was always something to do, even for the kids. So that part of your vacation, you are going to be entertained because it is 24/7, non-stop entertainment. They do have the app where you can download to keep, on top of the entertainment and, what they're doing at a certain time, certain days and all of that. So once you get there, you can download the app to check out everything to make sure what's going on. But that place is very entertaining, and I think if you are a party goer or you love to be entertained 24/7, Rio Ocho Rios did not disappoint. They had that on point. Now, let's go to the nightlife. The same thing, it goes hand in hand with the entertainment. During the daytime or in the early evenings, sometimes they have entertainments for the kids and other things. And at night, they switch it over. They have, it almost feels like a club. They have parties going on, sometimes up until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. There's, a lot of things to do there. So the same thing with nightlife. There's, entertainment for you as well. If you're someone who likes to stay up late when you're on vacation, there is something for you to do. Now let's go to the food. Food is something that everyone loves, right? Even if you're not a big eater, you're on vacation, you want to eat good food. So when it comes to the food part, they have enough food. They have so many options to pick from. They have food for even like the pickiest eater. You will find something. So that I give them credit. There's food all over the place 24/7. They feed their guests very well. As far as the taste, everybody have different tastes and preference. For me personally, I feel like the food was good. It wasn't like over the top, but on the scale from 1 to 10, I would give it maybe like a 6, 7. But my other cousin felt like it wasn't good at all. She kept complaining. She gave it like a 3. So it, like I said, every individual have their own taste or preferences. But for me, the food was really good. It wasn't bad at all. It was something that I could eat, and there was so much to choose from. So I think their food is not bad at all. On a scale of 1 to 10, like I said, I would give it like a 7. And for the fact that they had so many options, I really love that about the Rio Ocho Rios. They have a couple of restaurants. The main buffet is where I ate a lot of times because I don't have time for all the a la carte restaurants, making reservations, and all of that. I think we ate at one of the places for reservation. We ate there maybe once. I don't even remember, but most of the time that I spend there, we ate at the buffet because I just didn't have time for reservations and all of that. All right, guys, so let's get into number 5. Number 5, I'm going to talk about the housekeeping and the bedding situation, and all of that together again. So remember when I talked about the staff earlier, I was talking about the guest services staff at the front desk. Now I'm talking about the staff, the ones who really help to make it happen, the ones who help to clean this property, the ones who help to make your beds and give you clean towels, the housekeepers and all of that. So when it comes to the staff, the housekeepers, all of them, they are very nice, very friendly, very welcoming, always smiling, always willing to help to clean your room or whatever necessary thing that you need. They're always there to help to do all of that. I really love that. They start their cleaning services from early in the morning, maybe like around 6 or 7, because the property is big and they have a lot of rooms. So they start early in the morning, but if they knock on your door or you don't want services for that day, you can always tell them. But they did an amazing job, and they worked really hard. And I was pleased, I was satisfied. And like I said, they were very friendly, unlike the staffs at the front desk, very cocky. But these staffs, they were very friendly. And to think that they were working, moving around, scrubbing, cleaning, and all of that, but they were nice enough. As far as the beddings and the towels and all of that goes, I didn't like it. So I think for a place like RIU, I think RIU Ocho Rios is, to me, it is like a 3-star hotel resort. I don't know what they're saying on Google, but to me, it is like a 3-star. They could have done better with their bedding situation. Even the comforters on the bed, they're so old. They have blankets. I'm too sorry that I did not take pictures of it, but I will see if I can find pictures of it to insert, on top of this video. I didn't like it. It was, the kind that itch your skin. Like the bedding was hideous. They need to work on that because, I don't know if it's everywhere, but my building, because I stayed at the family building where they have their suites and stuff. So it could just be that building, where they have the ridiculous comforters. I don't know about everywhere else, but it was terrible. The first night we got there, when I saw it on the bed, I thought maybe it was just there by mistake or something, and I requested to get another comforter. When they brought the same exact thing. I was like, no, do you guys have something better than this? Something, that my skin would not be itching. That's all they had. So I think that they need to work on. It was terrible. The bed itself was comfortable to sleep on, but they need to get a whole new collection when it comes to their beddings and stuff. It was horrible. I didn't like it at all. They need to work on that. It was terrible. What else I want to say? The comforters, the towels. The bath towels were horrible. They had, I don't know, what color is that? It's not brown. It's more like brownish pink. The towels are terrible. Like, I have never been to a resort with that color towels before. Everywhere else I have stayed, I've always had white towels. That was horrible. They need to also change the towels. So the beddings are horrible, the towels were horrible.
Fold it up, open the towel, then fold it like this. Make sure everything
is nice and even,
yes.
Neat.
That's why they get it fold, they get it even.
Alright.
So
making a bulldog.
Yeah, we're gonna flip this end.
Okay.
Flip this end. We're gonna flip this end, flip this end. Alright?
Okay.
And then we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll it.
It looks like something from a beat down motel. It had stains on it. That was terrible. And like I said, maybe it's just my building, the family side, but man, I tell you, that was terrible. Terrible. I did not like that at all. So Rio Ocho Rios, you need to work on that. I think you need to get a whole new collection of towels and beddings. Please improve when it comes to that aspect of your property. Another thing I want to talk about would be the bathrooms. The bathrooms are either hit or miss. I know they did a renovation a couple of years ago, but when you have, that massive amount of people who are pouring in like that, I think a renovation is necessary maybe every 5 years because, things, you get wear and tears and, things happen. So I think they are going to be needing another renovation very soon because, from what I saw, I think, there's a lot of improvement that they still have to make. And the color that they have in the bedrooms, I don't know if it's blue or green. Yeah, I think they need to get rid of that too. Anyways, I'm saying all of this, but also keep in mind that the Rio Ocho Rios is also a budget-friendly, resort. Compared to other places, Rio Ocho Rios is, more on the budget-friendly side. Trust me. So that's what I have to say about the beddings, the towels and stuff. On a scale of 1 to 10, I believe that I would give them a 2 because, they cleaned them and they were willing to always bring clean sheets for you and beddings and stuff. So I would give it a 2, but definitely they need a huge improvement on that side. So let's talk about the property grounds, the landscaping. It was beautiful. I love seeing everything. The employees worked so hard to keep the grounds immaculate. They were getting up early in the morning, the same thing, keeping, watering the gardens. And there are so many beautiful places to take pictures, in the back and everywhere. It was so beautiful seeing all of that, and they took really good care. And that's one of the things that I love about vacations. I like to stay at beautiful places, mostly with the landscaping that I can do some videos, pictures, amazing backgrounds. And they did an amazing job. On the scale of 1 to 10, when it comes to the property grounds and the landscaping, I would give it a 10. Honestly, I would give it a 10. They did an amazing job. Let's talk about the beach a little bit. The beach itself is nice, but the seaweeds, I know they clean it, but it was just way too much seaweeds. I didn't like that. When it comes to the beach, I would give the beach maybe like a 6. It was nice enough. Again, on the beach, mostly at night, they have things going on. It is so peaceful. It is so nice at nighttime as well. You will see people walking around. They have a beach bar. You will hear music, people dancing. It is quiet. It is peaceful. The ocean breeze, very nice. So, again, they can work on the seaweeds a little more better. But other than that, it was beautiful. We had a vow renewal there, and I wish that they would have cleaned the seaweeds a little bit, mostly around the wedding gazebo and stuff. There were too many seaweeds, even in the pictures and stuff. So if you are having weddings and stuff at your resort, make sure you get rid of the seaweeds. Even if it's just 10 minutes before the program starts, try to do that, because when guests are taking pictures and stuff, they don't want to see a lot of seaweeds in their videos and pictures. So that's the reason why I'm going to give it a 6 when it comes to the beach. Last but not least, when it comes to transportation, the packages sometimes comes with transportation. They will tell you free transportation included round trip, but make sure you book private transportation if you can afford, because if you just take the transportation included with the package, you are going to be in for a big surprise. Now, once you get to the airport, you will find out that They will transport you guys on a very big bus with a lot of people. And sometimes the bus will stop almost everywhere. That was a big surprise. I didn't know that either. Because when I traveled to the one in Costa Rica, it was just us. No big bus. It was just us. But for some reason, this was a bit different and it took me by surprise. You are going to be in that bus for quite a while. Imagine after traveling all day, and then when you arrive and get on the bus, first of all, they do not leave right away. They are going to wait for other people to come in the bus. So when we got there, we got into the bus, we had to wait for about 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes to get other people on board. So that means they are waiting for other flights to land, other passengers to come and join. Now, once you guys get on the bus, they are going to be making stops to other resorts as well. In our case, we were the last stop, the very last stop. So it was so annoying, so tiring, mostly if you're traveling with kids. All in all, it took us about almost 2 hours before we could get to our destination, maybe 2 to 2.5 hours. That's how long it took us to get to the RIU Ocho Rios, because they had to stop along the way to other resorts. So make sure you arrange for private transportation if you want to go right away to the resort. If not, you're going to be in for a surprise. They do not tell you that, okay? We got there, got on the transportation, and it was a big surprise. So just know that once you get at the RIU, they also have the excursion booth. You are able to go on various excursions, multiple excursions and so on, so that they can arrange all of that for you right there in the lobby area. You can go anywhere, even to the market. If you want to go to visit any market, they will take you and bring you back. So they have taxi services, they have private shuttles, transfers, excursions of all kinds, zip lining, Dawn River Falls, just whatever you want to do. They have that available, and that's a plus as well. So this will conclude my review on the RIU Ocho Rios. If you are someone who is willing to overlook certain things, then this would be the right place for you. If you love all the entertainment, this would be the right place for you. If you're more of a bougie person, I think, this might not be the right place for you. It all depends. So, but just know that all in all, this is not a 5-star resort or even a 4-star. I think it's probably like 3.5, 4, around there. So there will be other things, that you might not like. Just know that, because, it is RIU Ocho Rios. Thank you guys for watching this video. I will be back with another video. I hope you liked the video. Comment below if you have any questions. If you feel like I left anything out, make sure you comment below and I will be glad to answer that for you. And if you are interested in going to the RIU Ocho Rios to see it for yourself, I will put my link in the description below as well. I will be glad to book your vacation for you. Or if you want to travel anywhere else, I am a travel agent. I can book for you as well. Thanks for watching this video, and I will be back with another video.